So today is November 5th. It's a Sunday. As you can see, fall it has set upon us, and my poor impatience, they're done. We did have a freeze within the last week that we actually got down to around 29. However, because of where we live, we have crazy weather sometimes. Here's some of my geraniums. They're not looking too hot. Those plants are done. But in our area, sometimes we have some crazy weather where it might snow on Halloween, and then the temperatures will change. And we will, like for example, our weather is going to be up in the 60s here for about the next week, and possibly even getting into the 70s. So yeah, that's the weather that we deal with. And sometimes on Christmas Day, it could be, 50 or 60 degrees. It's just weird weather. But anyways, so in today's video, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you how I winterize my coop. Now, the chickens, when I bought them, I made sure I had chickens that were going to be successful in our area. For those of you who garden, I am in zone 6B. If you're new to this channel, I live in Southern Illinois. This is the chicken coop. So the chickens that I purchased online when I got the chickens a couple years ago, I made sure that they were okay for our temperatures, whether, in the summer when it's hot and humid, and also our winter time. Sometimes our winter temperatures can be in the teens. We've even had it as low as 0 or below. So my chickens, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, some of them are molting. Molting is where they lose their feathers. Some of their little tail feathers are completely gone, and some of them are looking, well, maybe they're growing some of their feathers back already. They were looking kind of naked, but they don't look horrible right now, but you can definitely tell they're losing. You can see there's like one tail feather on her. But anyways, so the chickens do have a harder time in the summertime, but in the wintertime, chickens have the ability to keep pretty warm. And I never put electricity, like a heater, inside the coop in the wintertime. What I do in the wintertime, which I'm not pulling it out yet because our coldest part of the winters usually don't occur until maybe January, February time. But it hasn't, once I see that it's going to start consistently getting down below freezing, I will pull out my warmer for a different type of water than what I currently have. Right now I'm using these plastic waterers with the nipples. If you've seen any of my videos about chickens before, especially like my tour of my chicken coop and how Todd and I designed the chicken coop, I show you what I use. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how we winterize. It's nothing fancy. The way we have the coop designed, we already have a roof that keeps it covered on the top. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull out what we use every year. If you notice, we have the cross wood pieces already in the design. I'm going to come out and I'm going to rake these leaves out away from the fencing of the coop. And then Todd's starting to pull out some of the boards that we use and the plastic that we put up. This, what you're looking at, this is the south side of the coop. And of course, the other side is the north side. On this side, the east side, which is where the human door is, I am going to leave this open for ventilation, because anytime you have a chicken coop, if you don't have chickens, like you're looking into chickens, or this is maybe your first year with chickens and you're entering into the winter months, even though it might be cold, they still need some form of ventilation. So what I've done before is the decorations that I've used, like on my front porch, I have bales of straw, and I usually stack them, 1 or 2 high at the bottom here, and I just keep all the rest of this open just to help with ventilation. Placing the plastic on this north side and then the south side on this other side. It's going to help cut down on some of those blistery winds that might occur in the wintertime. And it's amazing the temperature difference just with blocking the wind. So that's how I winterize our chicken coop. And then the coop part, again, if you've seen any of our videos, inside the coop, I keep these windows closed in the winter time. Everything is enclosed on the inside here, so they can stay reasonably cool. And if they need to, they can kind of group together to warm up if they need to as well. So let me go ahead and get started on getting things ready to add the plastic. Okay, so I went ahead and I raked away all these leaves. I'm going to do that on the other side too. And stay tuned. I'm going to show you in another video how I put my garden bed to rest by cleaning it out. And also I will show you a natural made mulch that I use using an amazing tool that I got for Christmas from Todd a couple of years ago. So I will go ahead and finish that and I'll be right back. So Todd's pulled out all the wood that we've used and the plastic. He is now trying to figure out which piece is which. All we do is we fold it up year after year and reuse it. Bless you. And this is a very heavy duty plastic. I think I purchased it on Amazon. If I can find that, I'll make sure I put the link down in the description box below. But this is really good plastic that, like I said, it has every year that we've used it for the last, well, let's see, we've had the chickens since 2021, and we've used it every year and it's still holding up. Okay, so the first ones that he pulled out, he thought that was for the chicken coop. Those are actually the unused pieces whenever he first cut the pieces to size to fit on the chicken coop. So, but even though these might be a little dustier and dirtier, they are still holding up beautifully. So they're going to go ahead and stretch it and make sure. Okay, so Todd's just getting it put up and he is just using the staple gun. He's letting it overhang just a little bit on the top. And then of course we need to pull it a little bit taut so there's not a lot of overlap. But this is how he gets it tacked down first. And next he takes the boards that we use year after year, and he uses the like a finishing nail gun to get them tacked into place. Okay, so he is placing the long board up there using a finished nail gun just to tack it right over the plastic just to hold it into place. Placing it vertically to hold it into place. You got to be careful because especially on a windy day, it's going to be like a sail and it'll get away from you. Okay, so now he's just taking a longer piece and tacking it down on the bottom. And we're just going to continue this process until all this plastic is up on this. This side is the south side and the opposite side, of course, would be the north side. Okay, so last year when we took these down, we should have probably taken the time out to get those nails out. But I guess we were in a hurry. Ideally in the spring when you take them down, just make sure safety first and get those nails out. But these are just finishing nails, so what we're doing right now, again, we're kind of in a hurry, we're just pushing this down and, you know, placing it up and doing the finishing nail again. But I'll try to make sure next year that we make an extra effort just to get all those nails out so we won't hurt ourselves. So we're going to call this side done. We're just going to continue this process just like what we did on this side on the other side. Okay, so we went ahead and we got this side up as well. This whole project covering the north and the south side, I would estimate it only took about a half hour, especially with all three of us working together. So this is a pretty easy project. Again, we're not trying to create like a sauna or anything like that for them. We are just trying to help them out a little bit in the winter time, just to kind of cut that cold. Now, I understand not everybody's chicken coop is going to be designed like ours, but hopefully this gives you an idea that if you choose to winterize the coop, so to speak, you can see how we did it, and then you can just adapt and adjust to what you have with your chicken coop and run. I know some people have open tops on the run. I've always felt as though, and strongly recommend, try to keep at least part of the run covered, especially closest to where the coop is, where they go inside, just because it'll help keep the stink down and it won't be muddy when it rains and things of that nature. And it gets them out of the rain, so they're not cooped up in their coop during rainy days. It is also helpful if you can have some type of a roof just to give them shade, especially in the summertime. That's helpful. In the wintertime, which is what we're talking about right now, this is how we winterize our chickens. Again, we keep all of this open. And real quick, we do have a latch out here to open and shut their coop door that is in there. I don't know if you can see that, but we wanted to make sure there was room for us to do that. So if we want to close it, we can close it from here. We just left a little extra opening of a gap so that we can come in here and reach this inside of here. So if you have anything, any kind of components like that, just keep that in mind whenever you are trying to enclose the chicken coop, if you're doing something like this. And I hope you found value in this video. I do appreciate you. I appreciate that you took time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, thank you for watching.